With his jobs bill in limbo, the president is pushing for a new plan to revive the housing market, a plan the White House believes will give relief to some folks who are underwater. Is this the answer for the economy? Tennessee Republican Congresswoman Marsha Blackburn is the House Deputy Whip. How you doing? And good morning to you in Nashville today.
Doing well.
Is this the answer?
It is not the answer, Bill. What we know is that more government interference and another government program on housing, on student loans, on whatever is the president's topic of the day is not going to solve the problem. There is no bill that is going to solve the problem. The best economic stimulus is a job. The issue is jobs. What we need to do is get people working again so that they can pay back loans and so that they can keep those houses.
I agree with you on jobs when it comes to the economy, but the economy is tied right into the real estate mess, too. You need to figure out an answer to help these folks if you want to help them dig out earlier rather than later. We were reporting at the end of last week, this is for folks who are underwater. That means they owe more on their home than the home is worth. Now, come on out here a moment. I want you to react to that, and I'll talk to you about these numbers you just put on the screen.
Right. Well, what is happening, if you go talk to any mortgage lender, any banker, they will tell you a big part of the problem is Fannie and Freddie and FHA and VA, and they need these regulators to back up and let them do their job. Let them work with the individuals who are in these homes. Let them help get them on a pathway. And you can talk with anybody who has been dealing with these. It is very difficult to get these mortgages repositioned and to get people refinanced and to a lower rate. The paperwork, the fees that are being charged, the number of times people are having to have their credit checked, the number of times they are being told you've got to go back and you've got to get a reappraisal. It is astounding. So push aside a lot of this Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, whatever it's called, push aside all of this Dodd-Frank and say, mortgage lenders, we are going to let you do your job the way you know to do your job.
And what the White House would argue,
if you push that paperwork away.
Fair point taken. What the White House would argue is that these are people who are honest in their payments, they're trying to make it work, and this is
they are.
And this is a hand out to them to give assistance. We talked about home construction in America a bit earlier today. Look at these numbers now. For the year, as of September of this year, we are projected 658,000 new homes. In a healthy economy, you have to be twice that number. And one can make the argument that that's where you find your jobs. Construction, home building, etc.
That's right. And Bill, I would tell you this. If you went out and talked to mortgage lenders, they would tell you the federal government is the problem right now. If you go out and you talk to developers and home builders, they will say, let us give you an equation. Less regulation plus less litigation plus less taxation is going to equal more innovation and more job creation. It works every time. What we have seen is the federal government is a big part of the problem. It is a roadblock to people trying to get these houses refinanced. It is a roadblock to developers trying to get back into building, whether it's the EPA, whether it is OSHA, whether it is any number of these regulatory agencies. They have free enterprise hamstrung in this economy.
Just one more thing. Does the president need congressional approval for this or not?
I find it amazing that the president is always trying to circumvent Congress, and his spokesperson, Dan Pfeiffer, is out here saying we need bold bipartisan action from Congress. On a bipartisan basis, Congress is saying let's reduce regulation, reduce some of this litigation and taxation.
There's a new theme. It's called We Can't Wait. That will come from the White House during this tour out west in Colorado, Nevada, and California. Marsha Blackburn is our Republican guest out of Nashville. Thank you for your time this morning.
Good to be with you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This idea goes anywhere. Good to have you. Martha?